This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. So we're going to be discussing about DAX functions. We had seen a couple of DAX functions. String functions got over, logical functions got over, date and time functions got over. So today we're going to be starting with math and statistical functions. Let us start with that. So we have integer, currency, round, round up, round down, divide, even, odd, power, square root, factorial, sign. So these are some DAX math functions are available. So let me, work with this. Before starting, let me use Adventure Works and employee department table data. Quickly go to desktop, and I want to use a transform data. Now I want to take recent sources. Adventure Works retail data I'm going to be taking now. And so I would like to take sales data, it's nothing else, okay? Only this data I wanted to have it, only sales. And I wanted to also take employee table data. So let me go to recent, go to employee. Now I wanted to take a department and employee. So click on OK. So I wanted to close and apply this. Okay, I would like to close and apply this. Now simply close and apply. Please wait, it's going to be getting all the data from the source, applying all ETL steps, and loading complete data into Power Pivot model, creating relationships, and loading the complete data into the Power Pivot and compressing the data. And we can write DAX queries if you wanted to write it now. Please wait, it's been getting loaded. So the complete data will get loaded. So we have approximately uh, 6 MB of data from Adventure Works. Hey guys, somebody is unmuted. Who's that? Okay. So the data got loaded. We have sales data. If you wanted to see the sales data, click on the data tab so that you will be able to understand the complete sales data. How many rows we have? We have 60,398 rows are available. In department table, this is the data, right? So you should be able to see 8 rows. Employee table, we have around 35 rows. Clear? So you should be able to get this data very, very clearly. Now, the first thing I wanted to tell you, integer. What is the integer? Converts into integer, removes the decimals. If you have some decimal data, for example, I have a salary 1200.92. When I say integer or round, anything, if I use it, automatically which is going to be removing. Let me quickly go there. And I wanted to go and create a new column. Okay. So I wanted to take either sales data or I can take employee data, wherever, whatever the data you want to take it, you can take it. Hey guys, somebody is unmuting. So I have some unit price. Unit price is in what? It is in decimals, right? I wanted to have without decimals. So what I should do it? So let me take employee table. Okay. Let me take employee table. I have some salary. Now I wanted to go create a new column. I don't need decimals. I need salary without decimals. Okay. Salary in integer. Okay. Integer means without decimals. You need to convert integer. And what is the thing I would like to give salary? So when I press enter, you should be able to get without a decimals, right? So that is the 1200.92, only 1200, 1500.34, it is only 1500, 1800.89, only 1800. It is going to be converting the decimals into integers. So that means what? It is going to be removing decimal part and giving you only the integer. Integer means without a decimals. That is what it's going to be doing. It's very much easy. The next one is currency. Converts uh, the decimal parts into money. For example, I wanted to convert sales amount into currency data type. Currency means money. In SQL Server, we have a money, small money. Do you remember? So if you want to, convert this decimals into currency, because currency will have more accuracy, so that we can convert the sales amounts into currency. It'll get converted everything into currency data type. Okay. The next one is round. It is going to be giving you with decimals. Currency is going to be giving you with decimals, but more accuracy will be there. Now, the next one is round. It rounds the number to the given number of digits. For example, if the decimal point is greater than 5, then it rounds the number to the next digit. Clear? So, if you see carefully, I have given you round here. So, we have 1500.34. So, it is going to give you 1500 here. So now, if it is greater than 5, it is able to give you 1201. So it is added one more number, 1200.92. If it is greater than 5, if it is greater than 5, it is going to be rounding to the next nearest digit. So 1201, it is lesser than 3, lesser than 5, it is giving you only 1500. Clear? So that is what is called round function. Round up, it will take the number to the next level. Okay, so if you wanted to have round up function, it will take the number to the next level. Let me quickly go and show you. So salary with round up. Okay, let me go there. So we have a round function. So let me use round function and press enter. So round function is going to be giving you, if it is less than 5, after decimal I'm talking about. After decimal, if it is less than 5, what happened? Employee salary. What is happening here? Let me go and give number of digits here. I missed this. Okay. So number of digits I'm giving is 0. What is the meaning of this? It is going to be rounding up to 0 decimals. Okay. It will not give any decimals, but if it is a greater than 5, it is a greater than 5, it is going to be adding one more number to this. If it is less than 5, it will give you 1500. It is 8. 8 is greater than 5, right? It is going to give you 1801. Have you seen this? Like that, it is going to be performing. This is a round function. Then we have round up function. It is going to be taken to the next level. So when we have 1200, it is going to be taking 1201. It is 1500 3.4. Whatever be the decimals you have, whether it is 0102 decimal, it is going to be taking the next level data. It is round up. Like that, you have a round down function also. Clear? Round up, round down. So all these things are very very much simple and very much easy. It is going to be taking exact the same value. It is similar to integer. It is going to be removing decimal part and giving you the same value. Clear? Which is equivalent to integer function that we have discussed. Round up, round down. Okay, it is same as integer. Can also pass decimal values or integers. It is going to be giving you the bottom level values of the given decimal. So divide. If you wanted to use, numerator by denominator, so sometimes we may get some kind of a zeros as part of denominator. If that is the case, so instead of infinity, I wanted to give 0. So for example, I wanted to get, salary. So salary, I would like to go here and say divide. Okay. I wanted to give employee salary. and divided by number of days equals to 30. Okay, if it is a 30, then there is no problem. So let me give you, I have, let us say, I don't have any other column. I'm taking a bonus call. Okay. If anywhere bonus is zero, if anywhere bonus is zero, it is going to be giving you a null. Okay. Because A by B equals to zero, it is going to be giving you infinity value. I don't want to get infinity value. I wanted to give, see, I wanted to give what is called as a zero here. I'm sorry. I need to put comma here. So if I don't give you anything, it is going to be giving you null. Okay. So any value divided by 0 or null equals to null, it will give you infinity. I don't need infinity like this. I want to get a 0. Okay. If you have any value, if denominator is 0, I would like to place 0, not the null. So divide function can use a 0 as a optional parameter so that we can provide. In case of denominator is 0, we can give alternate result set. Okay. So this is not a compulsory, but it is optional, but we can give. If something is 0 here, then it will be 0. If you do not give 0, then it shows null. Okay. Even round up the number to the next even nearest integer. We have even and odd numbers, right? So if you want to, for example, I have 134. Okay. I have 134.56. So if you wanted to get odd numbers and integer numbers, 135, these are called odd numbers, right? So even numbers are this one. So what is the next, even number? So it will give you 136.56. Okay. So that is what is called even and odd numbers. So if you have 1010.45, I would like to get next, odd number. So what is the next odd number? Next odd number will be, so 111. So 0.45, like that it is going to be giving you. Okay. So round up the, number to the next number. All these are pretty much easy. You need not worry about it. Power. If you wanted to give 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, you can use this. It is going to be giving you that, result. So square root of the number, if you give, a 9 square root of, square root of 9, square root of 16. What is square root of 9? It is a 3. So it is simple mathematical functions. If you know this kind of a math, that is fine. Otherwise, also leave it. It is not very important. Factorial. Factorial means, when you give factorial of 5, it will give you 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So it is going to be starting with that number. If you give 10, 10 into 9 into 8 into blah, 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 it is going to be giving factorial numbers. These are simple mathematical functions that we can use as part of your, DAX. It's not very important, but this is, let us understand what is a sine function. Returns 1 when the number is positive, returns 0 when the number is, 0, returns -1 when the number is negative. So the requirement is show the number of positive profit orders, show the number of negative profit orders, show the number of zero profit orders. So I have a column called, I have a table called sales table. Inside the sales table, there is a profit. Let me go to the end. There's a profit. When you go, you will be able to find out the profits. So profit sometimes is zero, no profit at all. Sometimes you have negative profits, sometimes you have positive profits. Clear? So the customer requirement is that I wanted to know number of negative profits orders, number of zero profit orders, number of positive profit orders. That is what they wanted to have it. So if I wanted to have zero profits, let me unselect. So in these places, I don't have any profit at all. It is zero. These four orders. So order number you can see, right? You should be able to see the order number somewhere, sales order number. These orders where the sales is zero, the company did not make any profit. So I wanted to place wherever there is a negative values. Okay, negative values like this. So there are some negative values also. So they incurred loss. Okay, and there are some positive values also. So what is that I wanted to use here? I wanted to create a report with number of negative orders, number of profit orders, number of zero profit orders. I would like to create. So first of all, I use sign. What sign is going to be doing? Sign is going to be written to 1 when the number is positive. Clear? So I go here. I want to create a new column. I wanted to create a new column. So I wanted to know what is the profit, profit sign. Profit sign. I wanted to use a sign symbol. And what is the column I would like to give? Profit column, right? Profit column I wanted to pass. So I should be able to get what? Profits. Okay. Now it is able to give you three values, either -1, 0, 1. Clear? So this is what is called profit. Now, wherever profit is 0, I wanted to have I wanted to have a number of orders. So I wanted to know the count. Okay. If you wanted to get the count, go to visualization. Okay. So I got a call, guys. So I wanted to know the signature, right? So I go here. I got this. Now I wanted to create a visualization. Let me double click on table. I wanted to know count. Okay. So if I want to know the count of orders, so what is that I should do? So let me delete this first. I wanted to know total number of orders. If you want to get total number of orders, you have to take one column which does not contain any nulls. Clear? So normally order date column. So somebody is Rajendra, you have unmuted. Madral Rajendra. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to take one column where you don't have any kind of a nulls. So drag and drop, sales order number because it is a column where you don't have any null values. Sales order number will be the sales order line, sales order number. So drag and drop this. Okay. When you drag and drop this, it is going to be giving you the sales order number. When you click on this, I don't need first. I wanted to go in for a count. I would like to go in for a count. So you need to take a one column, which column does not have any nulls. If you have a nulls, nulls will not be counted. Clear? So total number of orders is 60,000. So I wanted to go to format and come down here and border make it on and go up and data label. So data label is auto, make it like this. And total number of orders 60,388, 398. The same thing you should be able to see it here, right? So we are able to take which column? So the column which does not have nulls. Okay. So probably, this kind of a columns where you don't have any nulls, you take only this kind of a columns. Clear? So where there is no nulls at all of them are unique values. Okay, we can take and you should be able to count. But I wanted to understand how many you know profit orders, how many zero profit orders, something like this. So what I would like to do, I wanted to take it a table like this, and I wanted to drag and drop. So sign, where is the sign now? I have created a profit sign, drag and drop profit sign. We're able to get this, and you go there and it don't, submit. So I'm able to get like this and go to border and style. You may have different styles and increase the grid font color to let us say 23. Now I wanted to have a count. If you want to get a count, you drag and drop one more, non-null value, that is a sales order number. When you drag and drop sales order number, it is going to be giving you like this, but you need a count sales order number. You want to get the count. Okay. So -1 orders are okay. So that means what? With the negative profit is 5 orders, with the zero profit is 4 orders, and with the profit orders are 60,389. The total number of orders are this. Okay, so 5 plus 4, 9 plus this. So that is what you need to understand. If you wanted to create a count, always you need to take what? One column. The column does not have any kind of a null values. That you need to take it, and you need to just go there and go here and try to make it to count. By default, it will be don't summarize. It will be like this. You don't get any count. Simply you go there and try to use count. Clear? When you use count, you will be able to understand this. Okay, but sometimes I want to know not -101. I wanted to say some kind of a description to the profit. Clear? So I go there. I wanted to add one more column. So I'll say profit sign description, or profit sign text, or profit sign name. Something like this I would like to have it. So I want to write a switch case. So switch, what is the column name? I'm trying to use profit sign. Okay, profit sign. If the profit sign is 1, so what is the meaning of 1? 1 means it is profit. Okay, profit orders. If it is a 0, then means it is what? 0 profit orders. 0 profit, it is positive profit. Okay, positive profit. So this is what is called 0 profit. Else is simply say negative profit orders. Okay, so like that you should be able to create a nice switch case. Now I wanted to use this profit sign name. Okay, so if it is a positive means positive, if it is negative means you will be able to get negative. Wherever there is a negative, the negative values will come here. So you should be able to get negatives. Negatives means you simply go there and see negative values. Okay, negative profits. So if you want to see the 0, then you should be able to get 0 profit. Let me just go there and remove it. So clear filters, let me go back and drag and drop this one to this. Okay, so I will be able to get, let me take this up. Let me have profit sign name, negative profit orders, 0 profit orders, and positive profit orders. Like that, you should be able to easily understand like this. Clear, guys? So this is the importance of your, sign returns 0, blah blah. Now, now the next one, we have to use DAX statistical functions, which are very, very important functions. We have a sum and we have a sum x. We have a min and we have a min x. We have a max and we have max x. We have a count and we have a count x. If you wanted to count a number of orders, you need to drag and drop what? Count column name. The column should not have null values. Okay. So if you have nulls, for example, I take one employee table. Okay, so many people do not understand the importance of this. I create one employee table like this: employee ID, employee name, employee salary. Employee one, let us say John, salary is 1,000. Employee two, let us say Mary, salary is null. Okay, employee number three, let us say Ram, salary is 3,000. Clear? I have some data like this in my employee table. Now, if I say I wanted to know number of rows in table, number of rows in employee table. Okay, in EMP table, I would like to count, right? So count row by row, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is the command I should write? Count any column which does not have nulls. So count employee EID. When you say the output will be 3. Why output will be 3? It is going to be counting 1, 2, 3. So number of rows equal number of rows in employee table is equivalent to number of values in this one. So it will give you this, or you can write the next one is name. So when you say name, how many names are available? 1, 2, 3. It is going to be giving you the same output. There is no issue. This is also you can use it. But unfortunately, if you use any null column, you want to find out number of rows, but unfortunately you have used salary, so it is going to be giving you 2. So it is going to be telling you number of rows are 2. Why? Because it's going to be counting non-null values. Clear? It is very, very important that you always give non-null value as part of count. If you give null value, number of rows actually 3, but it will give you 2 as an output. So there is a bug in your code. Clear? Make sure you don't have any nulls here. So you can give either this or this. This is a primary key. Primary key means you don't have any duplicate data, no null values also. You better to take this one. Okay. So in my table, I'm planning to take sales order number. So sales order number is whenever the order is, transacted, the order number will get created. So we can use a sales order number. Any count function needs what? A column without nulls. That you need to remember. Otherwise, if you can take any column, there's no problem here. But the problem is it will not be, cleaned data or a clear data. You will have a issues with the null columns. That is what is very, very important. Okay, so that's about count. Okay, let us understand sum and sum x. So what is the sum? We knew, right? For example, I wanted to know what is the sum of a sales amount. I go here, I go to the visualization. I wanted to drag and drop a card. Now I simply go, I wanted to get a sales amount. Where is sales amount? Drag and drop like this. When I drag and drop something like this, it is going to be summing something. So this is what is called implicit measure. That is what we discussed already. Okay. So this is what is called implicit measure. We don't, give any aggregations, ready-made aggregations that is going to be using simple aggregations purpose. We can use implicit measures. Okay. But I wanted to get the same thing. So what I do, I can create a measure. So how to create a measure? When you go to new measure, go to which table? I would like to go to sales table. Click on this. I would like to create a new measure. Okay. What is that I would like to have? I have to have sum of sales. Okay. Sales amount, something like this. I am planning to use sum. And what column? Sales amount column. I wanted to use it. So this is a measure. Measure is not going to be creating a column anywhere, which is going to be creating a formula. So that formula will get executed. Drag and drop something like this. Now I go and where is my formula? My formula, sum of sales amount, drag and drop like this. Okay. So here, if you see, it is not going to apply any sum function. Clear? When you go and try to, let me just go there, give the borders and everything. Okay. Now, when you go here, it is able to give you a sum function, which is going to be using implicitly. But here, I am not going to be using anything because it is going to be having what is called as a formula. When you simply drag and drop, it is going to be aggregating the data on the fly. It is also aggregating the data on the fly, but I am not using the sum here. It is automatically getting added. But here, already have aggregated. I'm just putting it here. This is explicit measure. This is implicit measure. Both of them will give you the same data. There's no problem. But now, yeah, any question? Guys, somebody is muted, unmuted. Who's that? Any question? Damodaram, check your mic. Damodaram, guys, check your mics once again. Okay, so I wanted to have department-wise sum of salary. So what we can do? We can simply go drag and drop a table. Let me go here. Department-wise sum of salary. Let me go to department. Now this is department name. So drag and drop department. Now I wanted to have a salary. When I drag and drop something, automatically which is going to be summing the values. It is implicit, right? So I go there. I wanted to go to style and you can implement some style here and increase the font. Go to grid. Now increase the font, let us say 22. Now this is my data. So this department means department is blank. Blank means bench. Some people are not getting any department. That salary is this much. They are under bench now. Okay. So this is the one. So I can also create, I can go to a employee table. Now I can create a sum of salary as well. Let me go here. Sum of salary is very simple. I can create my own function. Salary I can give. Okay, so it is going to be added to the model, but not to the table because it is a measure. Simply go there and drag and drop sum of salary to this. Okay, so whether you give salary or whether you sum of salary, the numbers are not getting changed. So this is implicit, this is explicit, this is implicit, this is explicit. It is working fine, there is no issue at all. Already we had seen all these things, but today let us understand where exactly I wanted to use some x function. That is what is my requirement. What is my requirement now? I wanted to get the total salary. Okay, so for example, every employee, John is the employee, his salary is 1200, he is getting a bonus of 200. Okay, so if I want to get what is his salary, it is employee name. So this is what is called salary, and this is what is called bonus is getting. Okay, so bonus. Now I wanted to know net salary. How do you get net salary? Net salary is salary plus bonus. 1200 plus 200, it will be 1400. Okay, so like that, I have one more employee. Her salary is, let us say, 1500. Bonus is zero. Bonus is nothing. It will be 1500. I have one more guy, James. Salary is 2000 and this is 400. Now the total is 2400. Like that, I wanted to get not the sum of the salary. I wanted to get sum of net salary. Okay. I wanted to get 1400 plus 1500 plus 2400. So I would like to have the this salary, grand total of this salary. So this is what is called sum of net salary. Okay, so remember what is the sum of salary and what is the sum of net salary. Sum of net salary is equivalent to salary plus bonus this, and salary plus bonus is equals to this, and I take 1400 plus 1500 plus this one, and I would like to get sum of net salary. Clear? So earlier I have taken only sum of salary 1200 plus 1500 plus 2000. Now the requirement is that I wanted to get sum of net salary. How to achieve? It is very simple. We can achieve like this. So how to achieve this? Let me simply go and try to go to here. Now I wanted to get total salary or net salary. Go and create a new column. It's very simple to achieve this, right? It's not very complicated. Let me go and I wanted to create a new column. New column is called net salary, right? What is net salary is equivalent to salary plus bonus. So salary plus bonus is equal to net salary. I'm able to create like this. Okay. After creating, so what I can do, I can get the sum of net salary. I'll go to this time, go to home and go to the new measure. Okay. So I wanted to go and I wanted to get sum of net salary. It is not a normal salary. So net salary will have bonus also. So I need to use sum and I wanted to use net salary. So this is the one I wanted to use it. I have created a sum of net salary. I would like to get the grand total. So according to us, this is the one sum of net salary. I go to visualization. I want to simply go. What is sum of salary is sum of net salary. Sum of net salary, when I drag and drop, you will see that difference because it is a purely salary. It is salary plus bonus. Okay, salary plus bonus. You will see the variation. So this is how you will be able to get sum of net salary. Clear? So this is purely salary, and this is also purely salary, and this is sum of net salary. But the problem here is you are unnecessarily adding extra column. So this column is going to be taking a lot of space in your Power Pivot model, right? Because we don't have enough, RAM space, enough space in the Power BI. Power BI is going to be supporting 10 GB of data. If you're having 100, millions of rows, and if you create one column and one column with 100 millions of data in that column will take a lot of space from the Power Pivot model. Clear? So your manager is telling, don't create this column. You don't create this column. So you delete this because your manager is not allowing to create this column. You delete it here. Okay, you have deleted. That's fine. But after deleting it, so it is not going to work. Sum of net salary is not going to work because net salary we have deleted. Let me delete this also. Okay, let me delete this also. How can we achieve? How can we achieve without creating a new column? I wanted to get sum of salary. I can get it very, very easily, but sum of net salary, I cannot get it because if you go to a measure, if you go to any measure, okay, let me go to measure and I want to simply sum. Okay, so I'll say sum of net salary. We don't have we don't have a net. But what we need to do? We need to use a sum function. When I go in for a sum function, it is telling me only one column name you can use it. So I can use either salary column or bonus column, or I can use net salary column. But net salary column is deleted. But how do I achieve? How do I achieve the salary plus bonus and it's a sum? So that is where we are going to be using sum x. Clear? When you write sum x, it is going to be telling which table data you would like to use it. I wanted to use employee table data. Okay, press enter. Then comma. What expression you wanted to write? I would like to write salary plus I wanted to write bonus. Okay, so I wanted to write an expression and I'm going to be getting sum of net salary. Press enter. Okay, press enter. Without creating a column, sum x function will give you not only the column but also expression you can write. Clear? You can simply go there and sum of net salary it is able to give you because sum of net salary just now have created. Now the same thing is implemented now clearly. Clear? So without adding a column to the table, so I'm able to write a sum x and sum. What is the difference between these two? You can tell them that sum is going to be taking only one column, but I wanted to write some formula and later I wanted to aggregate the data. Okay, it is going to be working on the entire employee table. So this is where the table name plus expression that you can write, but some function cannot take like that. So that is the difference between this. We will create a new column and we'll do all these things. Okay, needed sum of net salary, create a new measure, sum of net salary. We're going to be writing disadvantage. It is going to be occupying more space in the power pivot model. So I don't want to create a column like this. I wanted to achieve with the help of a sum x. Okay, department wise sum of salary, without achieving without writing a separate column. So what we have done, we were able to create a sum x, and we are able to achieve the same thing with that. Clear? So that's what is important. Adds all the values in a given column. So sum is always going to be taking a column name, and you're going to be taking only one column. But when you say sum x, returns the sum of an expression evaluated for each row in the table. Sum x, it is going to be taking the table and expression. What is expression? Employee table, employee salary plus bonus. It's going to be aggregating for each and every row, and the total also will get added, and it's going to be printing that to you. That is the difference between sum and sum x. Like that, we have, yeah. Any questions? Okay, like that, if you wanted to get minimum salary, okay, like this, and I wanted to get the minimum salary using an expression. So you would like to do employee salary plus employee bonus and find out minimum based after doing that. So what is the minimum? So it is going to be taking only the minimum, and you can find out the minimum based out, after the creating an expression. So that is what is called a minimum x, min x. Then the same thing with the max x. Max, it is going to be taking the maximum value in a given column, but I would like to create some expression, then do some operations. After that, I would like to find out what is the maximum. Okay, so that is what I would like to get it. Clear? So that is what is called min max. Then we have a count. If you wanted to know number of orders, so drag and drop what count, and always give what, the column which does not have null values. Clear? And the count x means instead of giving a column name, you're going to be giving a employee table, and you can give some expression. What is expression? Salary plus bonus. It's going to be giving you some value, so you're going to be counting those values. Clear? So that is what is called count x. So all these things are pretty much easy. And average x also. So average will take a single column. Average x means you can take the average after applying some kind of a condition. So apply some kind of an expression. Clear? Average on based on 2 to 3 columns. So a plus b plus c. Then after doing that, I wanted to find out what is the average. Clear? So that is what we can understand. The next one is count of rows. So many people will ask you count of rows in a table. How many rows you have in a table? So I wanted to know how many rows you have in department table, how many rows you have in employee table, how many rows you have in a sales table. So that is what you wanted to have it. Now I wanted to create a measure. Okay, let me just go there and create a new measure. So I wanted to know number of rows in EMP is equivalent to, we can use a count rows function. We have a count rows function. So the table name, I'm going to be giving you EMP, and press enter. Okay. So number of rows in EMP is 35 rows. You can see it here. Number of rows in EMP is 35. Simply you go to visualization. You can drag and drop. Okay. One card, and number of rows. Where is the number of rows? Okay, this is the one. Number of rows in EMP table is 35 rows. Have you seen this? Now I wanted to get number of rows in sales table. Now what to do? Go to sales. Now you go here. Now create a new measure. Number of rows in sales table. Okay, number of rows in sales table. You need to say count rows. So the table name is called sales table. So that's it. You need to give sales. Now go to visualization. So drag and drop this one and drag and drop number of rows in sales table. Okay. But unfortunately, number of rows in sales table, this is a measure got created as part of employee. It is not an employee attribute, right? Number of rows in sales table to be added in the sales table. So, but unfortunately, it is not added there. So I wanted to move this measure. So which I've created, I wanted to move it to sales table. So how to do that? Click on this and go to measure tools. Now there is a home table. Okay, the home table, it is now in the employee table. I wanted to move this measure to sales table. Okay, so that is what I wanted to move it. Now it was there here, now it got moved to number of rows here. Clear? So number of rows, we have 30k. So you can just go there and format number of rows. You can get it data label. So auto, you can say none. Total number of rows are 60,398. So that is number of rows in this table. Which table? Sales table. When you click on the sales table, you should be able to get number of rows here. Okay, 60,398. That is what is called a count of rows in a table. Then we have count of blank. Get the count of blank values in a column. So if I go to employee table, if I go to employee table, where is employee table? I have a employee table here. Now let me go. So lot of data where you have nulls. I would like to get a count of blanks. Okay, how many blank values are available? New measure. So I wanted to go. So number of blanks in one. So you need to say count blank. Okay, count blank is there. You can use that, and the column name is called bonus. Okay, now you should be able to simply go to the visualization. So how many blank rows available that you can get it there. So let me go and drag and drop this one. Okay, always go there and switch on the border. Okay, now when the border is on, it will be always good. Okay, now I want to know number of blanks. So number of blank rows, blank values in the table is 7 number of blank rows. Clear, guys? So all these things are pretty much easy. So you need not worry about it. Now, the next one is rank X. So I wanted to get the ranks based on the values. Okay. There are two kinds of rankings that is available in your SQL server as well as in your, you know, Power B. Okay. There are two types of rankings are available. One is called normal ranking. The second one is a dense ranking. Okay. Let me try to give you what do you mean by ranking. I have a salary. And if I give you normal rank, if I give you dense rank, okay, dense rank and rank, both of them are ranks only. So what is the difference between a rank and dense rank? We'll understand. Okay. If you wanted to give the ranking always will have highest salary people. Highest salary, for example, I have a customer with 5,000, one more customer with 4,000, one more customer with 3,500, one more customer with 3,500. Like that, we have a lot of data. Okay, we have data like this. So we are going to be sorting the data based on the descending order, because highest salaries will get the first rank number one, rank number two, rank number three, rank number three, rank number three, because the same salary is everybody is having, the rank number is the same. So it is 1 2 3 4 5, it will be 6. So the 3, after 3 you will not be able to get 4, you will be able to get 6. Why? Because it is 1 2 3 4 5, then it is 6. The next rank is a 7th rank. Okay, so the difference is you will be able to see a lot of skipping, not a continuous ranking. Now here you will have a first rank, second rank, third rank, third rank, third rank, next fourth rank, then it will be fifth rank. So if you see, there is a skip, there is no skip here. So that is the difference between rank and a dense rank. Okay, so whenever you're trying to use, you can use rank or a dense rank. So you can apply lot of formula. Clear? So what is the formula we can apply? If you wanted to have a ranking, I need to sort the data. The next one is that I wanted to use either rank or dense rank. What kind of a ranking you would like to have it? So what is the difference between rank and dense rank? You should know clearly. So when you have duplicate numbers, rank will give you the same data, same ranking, but the next rank will get skipped. The continue ranks will be there. So that is the difference between rank and a dense rank. Clear? So these are available in SQL Server also. The same things is available here as well. Rank X function. We don't have rank. We have a rank X function. Okay. So count we discussed, right? Counts number of rows in a given column. Count column. Number of orders. Sales order number. If you give count of employee bonus, it counts non-null values. It always provide non-null columns to the count, because if you give column null values, it's going to be giving you a lot of issues that already we discussed. Count X, instead of giving a column name, you can give the expression something like this. Now, count of rows we discussed and the blank also we discussed. Now I'm talking about rank X. So what is the syntax? You need to give the table name. What is the expression that you would like to specify that you need to give? So expression means on which column. Okay, I can give employee salary, or I can say employee salary plus bonus. So add, and after that you do the sorting. So then you have a value, then you have order, then you have a ties. Clear? So you have total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parameters, and these are optional. Why optional? Because something is in the square brackets. If something is in square bracket, that you need not provide. Now I wanted to write rank number. It assigns the rank number based on the given column. Starting with 1, it is going to be sorting by default in the descending order. Okay. So I would like to give ranking number. So I go here, because rank for each column, each row, it has to be executed. Now I go create a new column. Create a new column, because rank will be given for each and every row. So go here and create a new column. Now I wanted to give rank number based on salary. Based on the salary, we don't have rank. We have only rank X. Okay, so rank X, use that. The first one is a table. Which table I would like to use? Employee table. Okay. The next one is expression. That is column name. What column I would like to use? Salary. So the remaining things, value, order, ties. These three are optional. I don't want to give anything. Simply close the bracket and press enter. When I press enter, by default, which is arranging the data in the descending order, and which is going to be giving you number 1, number 2, you can go here and sort the data. So how to sort it? You simply go there and sort a descending. Okay, sort a descending. Highest salary is this 4 7, first, then 4 6, then 4 5, 1 2 3 3 3. After 3 and 3 you got a 5. Have you seen it? So after 3 you're supposed to get a 4. It is a simple ranking, it is not a dense ranking, which is going to skip the value 3 3, then 5 6 7 7 7. So 7 8 9, then 10. Clear? You should be able to get these values. So this is how it is going to be working. Clear? So rank function is going to be taking the data into, by default is descending order, and assigning rank number 1 2 3. But I don't want to have skipping like this. I want to go in for a dense rank. So let me go here, and what is the expression? Salary. Okay, after that value, what is the value? Put comma, Value we'll discuss later. I don't want to give value, simply put comma. What is the order? By default, ascending or descending, you can change. If you want to give descending order, you can give descending order, then a ties. Okay, so ties, dense or skip. Dense means what? Continue ranking. Skip means normal ranking. I would like to give dense rank. Okay, go in for dense rank. Ties, so two options, click enter. Now it is going to be giving you a ranking, but dense rank this time. Okay, so you will have 1 2 3 3, then you have a 4 year, so it is not skipping something. If you don't want to give anything, you can also remove this and put like this. Okay, and put like this, it is going to be assigning the value like this. If you don't want to give, you don't want to give all, that is also fine. So you can just press enter. Okay, so if you wanted to give, if you wanted to give dense rank, you need to give like this. If you wanted to give descending or ascending, you need to go and give the ascending, descending, whatever you would like to give. Clear? So if you don't want to give anything, simply use the brackets like this. It is going to work. Clear, guys? So what is the dense? What is the skip? Skip means normal ranking. It is going to be giving 1 2 3 3, then 3 4 you're supposed to get it, you will get 5. Okay, this is normal ranking. This is with dense ranking. Clear? So the same things are available in your SQL server. This is normal ranking. So it is going to be using what? Skip. Rank with skip. Okay. So if you, by default, this is the option. If you need a dense, you need to use, simply write dense there. It is going to be working. That's it. That is all about ranking. Okay. So now, the next one is department wise ranking based on sum of salary. So, I wanted to use a department wise ranking with sum of salary. Okay, for example, what do you mean? What is the meaning of sum of salary? Sum of salary is nothing but the salary plus bonus. Okay, salary plus bonus. You will be able to get sum of salary. Then I wanted to get this one. Okay, so you can drag and drop this one and you create a measure. What is the measure you need to create? Sum of salary. Then the sum of salary you can have it, but here you need to use all and a department name, otherwise it is not going to work. It is, something good one. Let me show you. Okay, so I wanted to have, go to table. I wanted to have department wise. Department name I have taken. Very good. Now you go there and increase the font and everything. So grid, come down and increase the font to 22. Okay. Now I wanted to get sum of salary. Where is sum of salary here? Do we have anywhere sum of salary? Okay. Sum of net salary, we have something like this. Okay. Now I wanted to get, based on sum of net salary, I wanted to have which department is having highest salary. I need to give number one to that. Okay. So I would like to create a ranking. Let me go to home. And this time I don't want to create a measure. Okay, I don't want to create a column. I would like to create a measure. Okay, so this is what you need to observe. Okay, so I would like to create this. Go rank based on sum of net salary. Okay, now I wanted to use rank. Okay, rank X. Now here I wanted to use a table. So what is a table? I would like to use it. I would like to use either a table or a column or add a column. So whatever you would like to have it, you can have it. So according to us, I wanted to use department name, but you need to add all member. Without that, it is not going to work. Okay. So if you simply say department wise, it is not going to work. So department. Instead of giving department name, you have to say instead of giving department directly, you have to use all member, all department names you need to consider. That is the meaning. Okay. Then comma. So what is the next one? What is the expression? Based out on what? Based out sum of salary, right? Sum of net salary. We have a sum of net salary. Okay. Then I wanted to give value. I don't want to give anything. And I wanted to give descending. Then I wanted to give a dins. Okay. Close this and press enter. I'm going to be creating a measure now. Go here. Now I wanted to go to, don't summarize the data. It is going to be giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the first is having highest salary. So based out of this, it is giving you this. Clear? So it is very, very important, guys. And you should be able to, create a measure for the rankings. And based out on what? Based out of the measures and based out of aggregations, you should be able to give. But remember to provide all. Without all, it is not going to work. Clear? So department wise ranking based on sum of salary. This is a compulsory interview question. Okay, normal rankings you can get it, but if you want to get this kind of a ranking, definitely you will be able to get with the help of this. Okay, you can sort the data based on this. Okay, yeah. You click on the sorting triangle so that you will be able to get very, very easily this kind of things. Clear? Everything is sorted. Now you have duplicate values means you will be able to get duplicates. Otherwise, it is not like that. Okay, yeah. Now, the last one we wanted to understand is summarize function. It gives you aggregated values to speed up the Power BI report. Requirement, get order year wise sales amount. Create an aggregated table and use it instead of aggregating values on the fly. Okay. Create a new column, add order number, blah, blah, blah. So what I would like to create, for example, I have, let me go here. I have a sales table. How many data, how much of data I have? If I go to sales table, I have 60,000 rows are available. 60,000 rows are available. Now I wanted to know, let me delete everything. Year wise, what is the total sales happened? Okay, year wise, what is the total sales happened? So what I do, I create a year number first. I create a year number first, then I sum it up. It is very, very simple. You can do that. Now I go to the sales table. Now I create a new column because I wanted to get year number. So getting year number using order date. So year number. So I can use year function and order date. Okay. We have a year number. So what I do, I go to visualization. I go to visualization. I go here. I wanted to double click on this year wise. Okay. So drag and drop year number. Where is year number? Go to sales table. You have year number. Drag and drop. It is going to be summing. So don't sum this data. So don't summarize year wise. Now you wanted to get sales amount. What is the sales amount? So sales amount you drag and drop like this. Now you go and try to increase style. Let me have it flashy rows and grid. Increase the font size to 22 and it got increased. Now you go there and come down. Have the border. So border is there. Now we are happy about this. But the problem is, it is going to go to each and every row and grouping the data on the fly. It is going to be aggregating. If you have 60,000 rows, it can take 1 minute. If you have 6 million data, 6 billion rows, so grouping and summing, it is not very easy, right? If you have two numbers, 10 plus 20, you can say 30. But if I give you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, then if I ask you sum, then you will take a lot of time to sum it up, right? If you have little data, then definitely doing on the fly means what? I'm trying to drag and drop year number and trying to do the sum. It is going to be using what kind of an operation? It is going to be performing summing operation on the fly. On the fly means what? Whenever I drag and drop and try to visualize it, that time it will go to the data and trying to summarize the data. It will take a lot of time. It is very, very slow when you have a large amount of data. Okay, so instead of doing on the fly, what I do, I create a table with aggregated table like this, and I don't summarize. I'll summarize and keep the four rows ready. So if I tomorrow they need the data like this, I don't want to do this on the fly. I simply give that table. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create a aggregated table and try to give the table to them so that they're not going to be summarizing on the fly. I'll summarize, I will aggregate, I'll keep them ready. So that is when we are going to be using what is called as a summarize function. It gives you an aggregated values or aggregated table to speed up the Power BI. If somebody is coming and aggregating, and you have aggregated and kept them ready, which is faster? For example, I come to my home, my mother is preparing food and keeping it ready, or I'll come home, I'll prepare food myself. Which is faster? My mother is keeping the food ready, and that is faster. So that is what is called summarizing. Summarizing means before you ask the year wise sales, it is going to be aggregating and keeping only those four records, and you can simply drag and drop those four records. If you don't summarize it, you need to go to raw material, get all the material, cook the food and eat the food and go. It will take 1 hour of time. So why to take all the rows, and why to summarize it, and why are you eating the customers time? So you don't do these things like that. So now I want to create what is called as a order year wise sales amount with the help of a summarize. Clear? So I want to create a new table. Okay, create a new table. So I go here. So I would like to go and create a new table because I need these four rows to be there in the table. So the naming, you can say order year wise sales. Summarize. Okay. Let me write that order year wise sales. So I can use summarize function. It is going to be adding which table you would like to use it. I would like to use sales table. Okay. Press enter. Then what column you would like to group it? I would like to group it. So department. Okay. So department name, I wanted to have it, right? So sales order number, sorry. Sales order number. I wanted to group it year number wise. Okay. Sales. So this is the table I'm going to be using. I wanted to group by. Group by means what? What is that I'm going to be grouping? I'm going to be grouping sales year number. Okay. So that is the one you have to take it. What is that is happening? Year number. Sales table, comma. What is the name of the column we have used? Year number, right? Oh, there is a problem. A got added. 1 minute, guys. Summarize, you need to add the sales table, and after that table you need to add year number and grouping by year number. Then you can have group by year number, group by quarter number, group by month number, blah blah blah. And what is the column name you would like to give? The column name is sales, you know sum of sales. Okay, sum of sales. And after that, on what basis you would like to create? So I would like to use sum of sales amount. So this is the one I wanted to use it, sum of sales, and the sales amount we are going to be using. Based on this amount, clear, it is going to be aggregating the data and keeping the data ready. Clear? So now whatever you're getting, so what it does, it is going to be taking, you have to know group by clause in SQL. People who do not know SQL, they don't understand this. It is going to be grouping the data. For example, what do you mean by grouping? For example, I have some employee table. If you don't know grouping and everything, it will be very very difficult for you to understand this. Okay, it's strongly recommended you should study group by clause in SQL Server. Employee ID, employee name, employee salary. Okay, employee, let us say city. Employee 1, let us say John, salary 2000, city Bangalore. Employee 2, let us say Mary, she is getting $2000 and lives in Hyderabad or working for Hyderabad, something like this. And when you wanted to group the data, for example, I have next employee, let us say Aman. Aman is also working for Hyderabad. I wanted to know city-wise total salary group Hyderabad and Hyderabad. So I would like to get a group by Hyderabad, group by city. Okay. Then after grouping it, what I need to do? I need to say sum of salary. So 2000, let us say it is 3000. So 2000 plus 3000, it will be 5000 here. And the next one is Bangalore. What is the salary? It is a 2000. So I wanted to give what is the column name and what is that I would like to aggregate sum of salary, sum of sales. See, all these things I have written here. See now, see what is the column name, sum of sales. What is the column I would like to aggregate? Salary. Here I need to give salary. And which column I am planning to take? I am planning to take year number. So in this, I am planning to take city. I am planning to take what? City. Clear? So it is taking all the data, got 4 rows. Tomorrow you go, drag and drop a table. Now you see one more table like this and year wise. So don't summarize and sum of sales. You can get it. Go here, format painter, you apply it. Okay, now if you see the numbers in the both the places, you will be able to get the same thing here and there. Okay, but which is faster? Definitely first table is very very slow. Why first table is very very slow? Because it is going to be bringing the data on the fly, grouping the data, after grouping aggregating the data, then showing the data. The second one, it has done all the steps and the 4 rows it got it. It is storing those 4 rows into separate table. Now that table we are simply bringing. So it is not going to do any kind of a summing operation on the fly. This will be very very faster. So summarizes we can use like this. Tomorrow if you need region wise sales, again you can create one more table called region wise sales. Tomorrow you can get region wise, year wise, quarter wise, month wise sales you can create. So here sales order number comma sales order year comma sales order country comma total sales and sum of sales and sales amount. Like that we can prepare. It will give you much more performance wise very very good stuff. Clear? So aggregating the data, keeping it ready is always preferable, so that you can improve the aggregations on the fly with aggregated table itself. Clear? So these are the things we discussed. So these are what the math and statistical functions. Tomorrow we'll discuss some more functions. Okay. If you have any other questions, you're welcome.